Your brand empowers you because it's clarifying, and it communicates something to other people because you are living it. We have a natural tendency to want to say everything about ourselves. But we can't say everything about ourselves, because when we say everything about ourselves, we end up saying nothing. But here's the good news. You can say something. So what is that something that you want to say about yourself? Why do we use the term brand? Where does it come from? Where do we source it? I love to go back to the source of words because it can be really revealing. Where do we source it? We source it right here with ranchers. They had to have a way to make a claim of ownership. And so that's essentially what a modern brand is. It is a claim of ownership. It says, this is mine, this belongs to me. But it also says, this is me. I want to encourage you to make the same kind of really bold claim of ownership on yourself at the personal and professional level. Because people have an opinion of you. And that opinion is your brand. And if you're not in control of your brand, you are breaking the golden rule of branding, which is never let someone define your brand for you. Never, ever. Every gesture you make, both professionally and personally, communicates something of who you are and what you stand for. And if it's out of focus because you're trying to say everything, because you're trying to be everything, instead of committing to something, then you diminish your personal power, you limit your ability to reach others. I first started thinking about that because of this guy. This was my father. His name was Jack Klugman. And back in the day when I was young, he was very famous. So let's take a crack at it. What would you, the people who are old enough to know who this man is, what would you say his brand is? Sincerity, that's pretty good. Everyman, very good. Very close. A lot of people would say slop, right? Some people say Quincy, but you know, I don't think slob was his brand. Slob was what he played on TV. It wasn't that he was a slob. That's not what people loved about him. It was the extraordinary way in which he was a slob. And he brought this extraordinary quality to everything that he did. That's why I call his brand Close. Is what I call it is the extraordinary ordinary man. See, my dad, he knew this about himself. He knew this, and he never accepted roles or projects or anything that didn't allow him in some way to show how extraordinarily ordinary he was. Even television commercials, I found this.
And when you hurt, even a little bit, time counts. So why wait? Take a bromo when you don't have the time to feel bad.
Only someone with the powers of the extraordinary ordinary man could pick up a bottle like this and hold it against his face and get away with it. And at the time, the director said, you know, don't pick it up and hold it. Don't do that. And my dad said, no, that's the way I'm going to do it. And then, of course, when they produced the spot, that's what everybody was talking about, the way he grabbed the bottle. The first thing you want to identify is your core value proposition. Let's just say that you're a bag of crispy rice cereal. This is not your offering, right? And it's not your brand. This is your product. This is a bag of crispy rice cereal. Your core value proposition is going to be how this bag of crispy rice cereal makes people feel. That's worth saying again. Your core value proposition is not your product. It's how people are going to feel once they experience you. But the problem is that we're not cans of soda or computers. We're human beings. And when we make a bold claim on ourselves, we're exposed. And this kind of vulnerability is exactly the thing that most human beings spend their life avoiding. But that's where we are most powerful, right? In our vulnerability is where all of our power is. And so it does us no good to know our brand if we can't summon the courage to live it. What I hope you will walk away with today is the ability to identify what you value most about yourself and convey it in a way or you become more effective and more productive because you are more understandable to yourself and more succinct to others in exactly the way brands do. And yes, it's going to be scary, but it's worth it. Because right at the intersection of our deepest fear and our greatest desire is our real power. And the brand we make from that is our unique offer. And so my brand journey led me here today with you so that I can make my offer, which is an invitation for you to live yours. And I promise you, when you do, they will come.